Hey guys, it's Woody, and this is, I think, day 7 of our Hawaiian vlog.
Woohoo!
There you go. And, I don't know, I thought I'd share it with you guys. So, this was your first
It
helicopter?
was my first helicopter
wait.
ride.
I'm here with the lovely Jackie.
Yes, you are.
This is my wife, WoodysGamertag.
It was my first time in a helicopter. I've flown in airplanes before, but this is the first time I've had the experience where it felt like someone's like pulling you up off the ground and just kind of hovering, and I've never had that before.
What freaks you out is that, like, in a plane, he's going straight. Now, of course, they turn and such, but, you know, they'll turn on a dime. And if you're headed towards a cliff in a plane, uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. We were heading toward many cliffs, and I thought, what's going to happen?
Yeah, but with a helicopter, you know, he would just, you know, he would pivot, you know, and head the other direction.
We were like, hey, can you swing around again? He's like, no problem. He just turns the wheel like you would in a car.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
It was pretty cool. So, what'd you think of Hawaii?
It was amazing. It was so green and lush, and there were waterfalls, and he was telling us about all the different movies and television shows that they filmed there.
He kept going on about those movies.
I know. You weren't loving that as much as the rest of us were.
This is where Jurassic Park is filmed. This is where, I don't know, 6 Ladies from Paradise was filmed or something.
No. 6 Days and 7 Nights.
That's it. Yeah.
But they said Pirates of the Caribbean, which we were just watching, so we got to see like some of the spots, and I was trying to see if I remember it.
Yeah? Did you?
No, not that much.
Yeah, I didn't remember anything. Oh, apparently the big waterfall that was from Jurassic Park, that was a cool thing to see.
So now I have to watch it again.
I would like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was amazing, and we're just, the way we flew over was just...
I feel lucky because, like, you don't get to see Hawaii like this from a car.
No, because we drove around yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And it was, you know, just windy, twisty roads. And
that was cool, too,
It
though.
was really cool.
Yeah.
But you didn't have that
We made fun of my dad's driving so much that I have to drive tomorrow.
Yes. But you didn't get to see that Hawaii is just the top of a mountain.
Yes.
You're just driving in a hilly area, which you can, like, okay. But we're on top of a mountain. Yeah. We were in clouds.
The national park guy from yesterday said that if you drain the water, it was taller than Mount Everest.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem quite fair, because wouldn't you drain the water for Mount Everest too?
No.
Why does Mount Everest have to start at sea level, but Hawaii gets to start from the bottom of the ocean?
I don't know.
Cheaters.
But there are no roads where we are on this part of the island because it's all like rocks and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you know, when they said like, "Oh, there's no roads there," it'll be obvious why. I didn't know why, but when you see it, it's not just hilly or mountainous. It's 3,000-foot sheer cliffs.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no getting up that.
No.
You need an elevator. That's a whole
you need a helicopter.
So on the helicopter.
Yes.
Were you feeling airsick at all?
No, I was not, but I was worried Colin was.
You bastard. You bastard. I was.
Yeah, you were, and I think Colin was too.
You think Colin was feeling a little bit?
He wasn't smiling, and he was kind of sitting there not saying anything
at
all.
Both our kids don't complain about feeling sick.
No.
They, like, if they say they need to stay home sick from school, they really do.
Yeah, they're very sick.
Yeah, they're on death's door.
And Colin's homeschooled, so
yeah, so that's not the same thing.
No. But you weren't feeling well.
Right.
It got really hot in the cabin.
It did.
And so we were like, can you put the heat on?
At one point, I was sort of eyeballing the quote-unquote Aloha bags that you use for...
I showed Colin the Aloha bags, yeah.
Uh-huh. And he said no, right?
Yeah, he said no. That he was fine.
But I was...
But you're missing the waterfalls here.
Nice.
And the clouds that we're in. We were in clouds. That white stuff is clouds.
I think they know that.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But yeah, I was worried that I would ruin everyone else's ride if I threw up in the helicopter.
You would have.
Yeah, that would have put
I
it down.
was really glad that your dad was sitting next to you.
Oh, not me. He's a big, hot, sweaty mess of a man.
He was sweaty. I was trying to move over.
He's like rubbing on my side, and he's like just like the heat is radiating off him.
He does radiate heat.
He's just
he's just hot.
He's hot. He's hot in the literal sense of the word. And like I think my little corner of the helicopter was hotter for having had his mass there.
You know, the other thing that was interesting about the helicopter was that you weren't allowed to touch the handles on the doors.
Yeah, because they open the doors.
They open the doors.
They're like, yeah, don't touch the handle.
There's no locks? What? There's
Yeah.
locks in my car.
Can't you lock the door? There's no lock on the door.
Guys, like, just make sure that your son doesn't open the door. I'm like, what?
I'll keep an eye on him, but...
I had to hold his hand. I was a little scared. Don't kill us, Colin.
Oh. Well, that was our helicopter ride.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Bye.
Bye.
If you like the video, be sure to click like. If you like the vacation videos in general, here's 2 more you can check out. And in the top right, you can click subscribe if you're new around here. Have a good day.